Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dimitris Kopeliti. Welcome back to my channel. Since I'm working on my new album, I decided that this time I want to do a new sound pack, but this time I want to involve a lot of different devices and a lot of different companies. So for sure I will do it for Kemper, Hot Tone Ampero 2, Hot Tone Ampero 1, Tone X, bunch of plugins as well. Today we're going to talk about Ampero 2, but above all the new software for cloning the sound from an amp, which is called SoundClone, that I have here on my screen. But let's get into that. So you can see here I have the interface on my computer, and what about the connections? You can see here the audio setup is computer and audio interface, audio settings. Then you decide which audio interface you're using. I'm using a Focusrite USB 2.0, which is an old audio card that I actually use it as a second one, since the first one is my mixer. But anyways, doesn't really matter, everything is selected. You can test it if you want. Then we go to the next step, which is recording. Here you have two chances. Chance number one is recording. Here you can actually record a DI that you can use to test the reamp while you're doing that. The connection is the guitar into the audio interface, the audio interface to the computer, and the output of the audio interface is supposed to go to your target device, which is coming later. Here you can actually test the input level, and you can record a track with your guitar directly into the audio interface. So basically it's a DI track. Let's do it. For doing this, I'm using Inspiria Guitar DLP8. You can find it on inspiriaguitars.com. This is my signature model, a string guitar DLP8. Alright, let's keep going. So I'm gonna record a clip of 20 seconds, which is the one, the length, which is basically suggested by the company. Let's do it. Let's do in 20 seconds everything that you can do with the guitar. So some hard rock kind of thing, some gent, some solo, and then we can actually check out the result just going ahead to the next step, where you can actually see all the connections that I have already done. So basically, from the audio interface, you go out to the reamp box. From the reamp box, you go to the amp, of course. And then from the amp, you might be going to a microphone if you're miking the cab, or a cab simulator. In my case, I'm using a cab simulator, the 2-node Capture X, which delivers a great impulse response that you can actually change according to your taste. And it's nowadays, either you have a great sounding studio, which I actually do have it, the other room sounds amazing, but it's way more practical to have it here in the control room and just change the impulse response every time I need. By the way, my target device, as you can see here on the camera, is my amp JSX PV, which is one of my favorite amps for playing rock and metal. Here you have two DIs, the one that you recorded, that I recorded. If you don't want to record it, you want to do it in a simpler way, you can use the one that is already recorded. It's up to you. For me, it's important to have a feedback on my playing and on the way that, on my style, you know, and on the kind of music that I actually do play. Then you need to make sure that you disable the audio interface monitoring, and I'm gonna do it just muting the mixer. So you can test the DI with your amp, which is here. Now it's set on the clean channel. So let's try out a bit with the DI that we just recorded. Maybe a little bit more volume. Let's try out. One more time. Alright, then we can start cloning this. So let's clone this clean channel. Alright, so we move to the next step and we just basically clone it. It's gonna take a little while, but it shouldn't take more than 2, 3, 4 minutes maximum, I guess. Sorry. So you hear the test now. System is self-testing itself. Here we go. Then you can save it. So this is gonna be JSX Dimitri Clean, or maybe Dimitri JSX Clean. And here we go. Now let's clone the distorted channel, like the crunch channel. Let's test it first. All right, one more time. We're good to go. So let's keep moving and let's clone this. The system is self-testing now. Now, let's move to the lead channel. Let's test it again. In the meanwhile, we change and we move to the next channel of the amp, which is my favorite, the lead channel. And voila! Save file. This is gonna be, of course, Dimitri JSX lead. So we did a clean channel, we did the crunch, and we did the lead. Everything with their own cap. So we have a great starting point, because out from those three main sounds we're gonna do a lot of patches, of course, you know, some with delays, some with the reverbs, and so on. So here comes the fun. We're gonna move from all these settings to the Ampero setting, both software and hardware. All right, let's do it. So now we actually import all our CLO files. We go to the SoundClone manage, and basically here we have import from cloud and import from local. We do import from local. Actually, I already did that. They're here: Dimitri JSX, clean, crunch, and lead. Let's go and check out the clean. Since it's a clean, we want to add some modulation. Here we go. And of course you can add every single effect that you want: delay, reverb, and so on, right? So let's move to the next patch, which was the first distorted. This is the crunch. So we can reduce the gain a little bit, increase the volume a little bit. Maybe add some reverb. Sounds pretty good. Then we can go to our lead channel, which was the JSX lead. Increase a little bit the volume maybe. Gain a little bit more. And a little bit of delay. Maybe too much delay? Maybe. Let's go down 20. So this is basically the method I'm gonna follow to make patches for Ampero 2, dump Ampero 2, stage, and Ampero 2, basically. So this is it. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for following me. See you soon.